come out to play.
This man, I get more butts than ashtray.
We are just a week away from the highly anticipated PLE King and Queen of the Ring. And tonight, in the go-home show of Raw, we have 3 spectacular matches. This one right here will be your main event, as Braun Strowman will take on his arch nemesis, Bronson Reed. And also tonight, Michin will take on the return Kari Sane as they fight to see who advances to the quarterfinals. And coming up right now, the open challenge of the US title, John Cena takes on Ethan Page. Also, winner advances to the King and Queen of the Ring in the quarterfinals. I'm gonna send it to Mike Rome for the official announcement.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
And to no surprise, in a chorus of boos, Ethan Page makes his way down the aisle here in the convention center in downtown El Paso, Texas. Earlier, I spoke with Ethan Page, a very cocky, arrogant individual, but very confident in his skills, and I asked him, what does tonight mean for you? And he said it means the world to come here in the WWE and to be able to defeat a man they call legend in John Cena and take that US championship. And not only does he plan to beat Cena, he plans to rebrand the title, something he can be proud of, because he said he would be caught dead representing the United States Championship. He would turn it to something more Canadian. And then he said if he wins here tonight, to head to the King and Queen of the Ring PLE. A first time he'll ever headline a PLE will be massive for him, as he will want to be an inch closer to becoming world champion. That is the plans of young Ethan Page. But if you want to make God laugh, tell him his plans, because John Cena, I'm sure, has something to say about the plans of young Ethan Page as the GOAT make his way to a chorus of cheers here in El Paso, Texas, as he raises that title proudly aloft. You read the shirt, it says, the last time is now. We don't know when John Cena will call it a career, but he does know one thing, that his career, his time here, he has more days behind him than he does in front of him. So he said he wants to represent each city, each state proudly. He wants to come in there and give each paying customer worthwhile ticket, because he doesn't know when his will be his last in each city and state. And just like he has in the past, he's defending that United States title in this tournament, as he's looking to head to the quarterfinals for a record-breaking 17-time world champion opportunity. But we'll get into that later on, as right now it's right back to Mr. Rome for the official introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 214 pounds, Oligo Ethan Page. And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Veteran referee holding the title aloft, as this match is seconds away from being underway. And here we going out the gates. Ethan Page rushed in like a bull, but the veteran Cena stopping him dead in his tracks at every turn of the corner. As I was saying earlier, before the introductions, Cena looking to become a record-breaking 17-time world champion as he's going up top early on, turning the clock back, shades of CM Punk and Randy Savage with the flying elbow drop. Speaking of CM Punk, he is making headwaves across the pro wrestling news in the pro wrestling world. Oh, a nice stun gun by Cena on Ethan Page. And a quick cover here. And only just a 1 count. But CM Punk, who won the AEW championship right when his contract expired, has taken his title and gone across the globe. TNA, Ring of Honor, MLW, just some of the places he has been wearing his AEW championship. You never know where he's going to end up next. Speculation is that he might return here to WWE, but I highly doubt that. I mean, this man left here in very bad terms. Well, I guess we'll get to that when we get to that point, potentially. But this match is underway, and Ethan Page trying to find some offense. But every time he does, John Cena looks to stop him dead in his tracks, and Cena getting ready. Coming back is on. Cena gets it, spin out. Power bomb. Vintage Cena going up top, looking for a top row 5-knuckle shuffle. No water in the pool as Ethan Page rolls out the way. But Cena's still on the attack and would hit a quick DDT into the cover. Oh, and a kick out at 2. But Cena can win tonight, and it's closer to doing something that nobody has ever done in the history of this business. There's been so many greats. The legendary late great Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Randy Orton. Wait a minute, hold on. Ethan Page got Cena up top, hoisting him up. Look at his dash, power slam on the second row, the cover, 2, yes, no. Ethan Page maybe looking for Ego's edge, but oh, not to be. Cena, oh, I thought she was looking for the AA, but it looked like Ethan Page blocking it. And now these two in the middle, square of the circle, looking to trade blows back and forth to gain the upper hand. This crowd in a fever pitch. This is just match 1 of tonight. Back and forth, Ethan getting some offense in. Punches, lefts, slaps, shots, chops, whatever you want to call it. Cena telling Ethan to come on, and he drops him down with a big right hand. And now going back up top, this time looking to connect. Top rope 5-knuckle shuffle into the cover. 1, 2, he's got him, no. Not quite yet. Cena was so close to victory. He damn near smell it. Wait a minute, he might be here. Ethan swings wildly, got caught, AA connects. But oh no, Cena, not a lot of energy left to cover. 2, he has him. Oh! John Cena with everything he had left crawled to Ethan Page for a 2.9 count. Referee was in perfect position there to see Ethan Page peel the shoulder off the canvas at 2.9. Wait a minute, sneakily, schoolboy roll up pin, got him, no! The action's moving quite fast for me right now, stumbling over my words, so I'm trying to keep up with this high-paced, high-octane action. It looked like Ethan Page might got cut on the eye with that knee by Cena, and now Cena sending him in, now into another cover. Could this be it? 2, no. But as I was saying, Cena, all those greats, those legends I just named, nobody has more championships than him and Ric Flair, and he's looking to separate himself from Flair with a couple more wins in his tournament. Uh-oh, but wait a minute, Ethan Page hooked him up. If he gets it, major upset alert! Major upset alert pending! Ethan Page with the Eagles Edge for the win. Oh! Cena activating Super Cena. Digging deep here, showing that championship reserve that he's shown for over 20 years. Ethan Page getting a look front center what it's like to be one-on-one with the GOAT, running into Super Cena. Cena working on the leg of Ethan Page now, trying to find the combination to put him away. Strikes, look at this, combination strikes, panic drop kick connects. And Cena once again loving to go up top rope. Can he get it? 5-knuckle shuffle connects. Ball game, center of the ring. 1, 2, yes, no. How in the blue hell does Ethan Page keep kicking out of big time moves by John Cena? But wait a minute, now he's gonna test his heart. STO locked in. Cena to go. Ethan Page is forced to give it up. What a match. Big move after big move in this one to kick things off. There was plenty of time. I thought Ethan Page won it, especially right here. Bang! Ego's Edge lands perfectly, but Cena, the heart of a champion. Super Cena came out, kicked out, and eventually locked in STO. And Ethan Page was forced to do what he didn't want to do, and that's tap to the greatest of all time. John Cena not only retains the United States Championship with a successful title defense, but he's now headed to the King and Queen of the Ring. As you see right there, the first person to qualify for the quarterfinals. Later on tonight in the main event, we'll find out, will he face Braun Strowman or Bronson Reed? But right now, it is John Cena's time to celebrate as he heads to the King and the Queen PLE. We are back here. Wait a minute. We were just moments away from Michin versus Kari Sane, and right now Becky Lynch is getting attacked and assaulted at the parking lot by Bayley's goons. 2/3 of Damage Control. They're also the current women's tag team champions. They are doing number on Becky Lynch as Becky Lynch is scheduled to face Bayley at King and Queen of the Ring for the Raw Women's Championship. But look at this, Io Sky. And now Michin Yim is making her way to the ring, and this match is close to getting underway. And wait, hold on. Becky Lynch fought her way back, and there's this person, this figure right behind her. It spooked off Io Sky and Dakota Kai, but I don't know if that person's a friend or foe. It looked like somebody, or maybe I doubt that was Asuka, but somebody in an Asuka attire again. We've been seeing these attacks over the course of these last few months, but we gotta shift gears here as Michin Mia Yim is in the ring and she's ready for scheduled action as she will take on the Pirate Princess Kari Sane. Winner will head to the King and the Queen of the Ring PLE in the quarterfinals to see who will be the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. And here she comes. The returned Kari Sane. The one and only Pirate Princess.
From Yamaguchi, Japan, Kari Sane.
Styling and profiling as only she can. Decked out in her cultural attire. As she is locked in. Look at the eyes of Kari Sane. It's like she's pointing that umbrella at Michin, letting her know I'm coming for you. These two, I won't say friends, but have some history in the past over the course of their careers, from bridging from outside of WWE in WWE. This is going to be an interesting matchup to say the least. But I'm excited for this match. I'm excited for the women's division getting another title in a Women's Intercontinental Championship. A secondary title has been a long time coming for this women's division. And there's rumors and speculation there will be more singles titles to come. So I'm hoping that is true because they deserve it. Women's roster is stacked on NXT, here on Raw and SmackDown, and here we go. Oh, Michin almost took the head off Kari Sane as she swung and missed wildly with that roundhouse kick that it grazed Kari Sane, who rushed in like a bull in a China shop. And now Kari Sane with that rushed in attack, now be able to get the upper hand early on in this matchup. She's starting to taunt, feeling it already. Michin dazed and confused, and now that's not gonna help anything as she gets Hurricanrana in the center ring, then a cover and a kick out. Now, if you are Michin the one thing you gotta not let Kari Sane do is get airborne. Gotta keep her from being able to fly on top of the rope, do springboard maneuvers such as the one she just pulled off with the Hurricanrana. That is her element. That is her bag, where she can fly around the ring, use her athletic ability in her ring, in her aerial range offense. That's when she's at her best. But right now she's showing some mat ground prowess here, as she's just taking it right to Michin early on this contest, and again taunting her, letting her know what's up, and now sends her off the ropes, ducks underneath, and now look at the hip toss into the cover. One, and only just a one count. Michin on the back foot right now, back against the wall here. Every turn, Kari Sane has her where she wants her, but right now, maybe tables might be turning as she turned that into a springboard moonsault out of nowhere. Just as quickly as Kari Sane was in the driver's seat, now the tables have turned. Oh, or maybe not. Michin went for a drop kick to send Kari to the outside, but she rebuffed it, and now dragging Michin into the corner. And Michin, maybe playing a little possum there. What is this? Michin caught her. Michin just caught Kari Sane slipping, but elects to not go for a cover. Elects to go to the second rope instead, looking to add insult to injury. A drop kick, perfectly executed, and still looking to add more offense. And another moonsault off the springboard. Now Michin not covering her, not taking advantage of probably a dazed and a little beaten up Kari Sane, just looking to keep the attack going. Also not mad at that as you keep her grounded, keep attacking that midsection. Big boot sends Kari to the outside. Michin back up top, letting her get to her feet. Michin fly, no water, a pool, rebuffed by Kari. But as I was saying, if you're Michin, you keep attacking the midsection, keeping that onslaught. It's gonna be hard for Kari Sane to have her aerial offense be effective when she's beaten up. Don't have the core strength, the core strength or the endurance to be able to do those high flying moves. because she's got a lot of them as she's going to the second rope there. Second rope splash. And now into the cover for Kari Sane. 1, 2, should she have her? Oh! Just for a moment, I thought Kari Sane lit the match there, but Michin kicks out at 2.5. And Michin fighting back right now. Michin, oh, in defeat out of nowhere. Still doesn't go for a pin. Looking to add another big time move. Can she get it again? Yes! Connects. Now the cover. This could be it. Big time upset. 2 got her. No. Somehow Kari Sane digging deep, kicking out, but Michin looking for another defeat. No. Kari with the elbow. And now slinging her down. Heading to the canvas, and Kari looking to fly. Up top, looking for insane elbow, connects. Doesn't go for the cover, but she connects. Now in the cover. 1, 2, yes, no. Michin kicks out, but maybe Kari wasted just a few extra seconds to get up instead of going right into a pin right away. But again, she's still adding insult or adding the attack to the legs and the kick out by Michin. She went for a pin, and you hear this crowd in El Paso, Texas appreciate these efforts of these 2 young ladies giving it their all for the opportunity to be the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. And again, Michin in trouble in the drop zone of Kari. Double foot stomp. 1, 2, 3. Ball game. Kari Sane making her return and just booked herself to the quarterfinals, and she is the 4th member to be able to compete in the quarterfinals. We'll find out on either the next episode of SmackDown or NXT who her opponent is. But for round tonight, she's the winner, and she's headed to the King and the Queen PLE. Well, oh my God, it's Becky Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, Bronson Reed has entered the building. And what that means, it is time for the main event of the evening.
Weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
The Auszilla, as he likes to call himself, looking to wreak havoc and cause destruction, getting an opportunity to main event here on Monday Night Raw. This man coming from NXT, the potential is dripping off this man, and he has the potential to do something amazing, and that is inch himself closer to becoming a world heavyweight champion. He has the size, he has the strength, he has the tools and the talent, but can he endure facing a former Universal World Heavyweight Champion in this man?
And his opponent from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds,
Yelling all the way through this convention center here in El Paso, Texas. The echoes throughout this arena as Braun Strowman looks to become a 2-time world champion. He's had plenty of opportunities. He lost his world or his Universal Championship when Roman Reigns returned at Payback, invoking his cause of getting a rematch whenever he's deemed fit, kind of like a Money in the Bank contract. Roman would win that title, and Roman has been champion ever since. While everybody else has been on the outskirts looking in, he's been roaming and reigning champion for so many years since. And now Braun Strowman looking to get back on top, but he's got to go through Bronson Reed, and he's off to a great start here, literally bulldozing a bulldozer. But Bronson Reed showing the strength and power as he just pushing and just dominating Braun Strowman into the corner, and now it's splash onto Braun Strowman, and this is going to be a monster fest here tonight. It is Monster Jam season as these two behemoths are colliding. Like I said early on in this telecast, these two kind of bitter rivals. They had a little bit of beef here at the Money in the Bank PLE months ago, where these two kind of took themselves out of contention. A big boot right there by Braun Strowman into the cover. Referee in perfect position, but only just a 1 count. But these two kind of took themselves out of contention. We haven't really seen too much between them since, but it looks like rivalry renewed here as lots at stake. An opportunity to head to the quarterfinals. I know I sound like a broken record, but the king and queen of the Ring PLE right here on the Undisputed Warrior YouTube channel. Next week, a date is not scheduled yet, but there will be announcements later on in the coming days on when that PLE will debut. And right there, Samoan drop by Godzilla on. Well, hold on, wait a minute. The sheer power and strength of Braun Strowman just manhandling Bronson Reed with one damn hand and chokeslamming him. Can you believe Braun Strowman just chokeslammed a near or maybe even a over 400-pound man like he was nothing? But Bronson Reed still showing off the resiliency and the power of himself, and a big clothesline, and now picks him up. Fireman carry position, Death Valley driver, center of the ring. This could be it. Braun Strowman jumped on his neck, but kicks out. If it wasn't over then, it might be because he just hit Tsunami, the cover. Ball game, no. How did Braun Strowman kick out of that tsunami? But Reed is gonna make him pay with the mounted strikes straight to the face of the big man. And Braun Strowman with that reversal as this crowd chanting "Fight for it." Look at this again. Oh my God, sheer power. One-handed reverse choke slam. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Braun Strowman? You talk about world heavyweight champions, this man embodies it. The sheer strength and power. If he wins it, who the hell could beat him? Hell, who could beat Bronson Reed if he wins? And picks him up. Braun Strowman power slams the big man. Godzilla might be down. 2, got him, no. Somehow, Bronson Reed kicks out at 2.9. And Braun Strowman, the veteran that he is, looking to keep the offense. Fireman carried into the corner, snake eyes. Not letting up the offense here. And as he shouldn't, keep going. Keep adding the insult. Keep adding the assault, the attack on this man. Keep Bronson Reed down. Going up top. Bronson Reed getting out of that bad predicament there. Could have spelled the end of the night for both men. And oh my God. Oh my goodness. The ring shakes every time these two does anything, especially big time moves like that. I hope this ring is well enforced to handle these two behemoths in here. I want to say, with no disrespect, probably close to over 800 pounds in the squared circle. Hell, there's times there are multi-man matches that don't even reach that weight limit. These two right here are at max capacity. And again, the pure damn strength of Braun Strowman choke slamming Bronson Reed down to hell. And look at this. Look at this. Just manhandling a 400-pound individual like he's nothing. Braun Strowman picks him up. Can he get it? Yes! The cover. Braun Strowman is heading to the... I guess not somehow. Bronson Reed has something left in the tank to kick out. Braun Strowman throwing him to the outside, and what a night. What a night here in El Paso, Texas. I hope you guys have loved the action here. If you did, please leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite match was. And are you ready for SmackDown NXT and the King and the Queen of the Ring PLE coming soon? Right now, Braun Strowman in full control here. Oh no, lifts him up, choke slam through the table, down to hell. Reed is out cold. This crowd is sick, clamoring, this is awesome. El Paso, Texas, loving every bit of it. Strowman on the verge of heading to the quarterfinals, the cover. Surely this is it. Surely this is it. Yes, thrill. You have got to be kidding me. I have no idea how in blue hell Bronson Reed is still in this match. Multiple chokeslam, being chokeslammed through an announce table. And somehow, not only is he able to kick out, but he's fighting his way back. Little out of sorts, he's so out of it, he's swinging wildly, trying to find a way as Braun Strowman just putting his weight all on the Auxilla's midsection, cutting off the circulation and the breathing while he's trying to recover. And again, the strength being displayed by Braun Strowman. Oh my God, press slam. Bronson Reed has to be out cold, but somehow fighting on. I don't understand how. And now he picks him up. No way. Drops him on his neck again. And in a stunning turn of events, this crowd is stunned as Bronson Reed somehow has endured all this pain, all this punishment by Braun Strowman, and is able to give it right back. And now it's Braun Strowman on the outside looking in, chops after chops. Bronson Reed picking him up, setting him up on the top rope. What does he have here? Oh boy, oh boy. Look out below, Braun Strowman Reed, oh my God! Holy The ring completely just collapsed. And I'm being told they're awarding the victory to Bronson Reed. This crowd can't believe it. I am stunned. I haven't seen this happen in quite some time. And how I think the last time this happened, Braun Strowman was involved. But this time, Braun Strowman was absolutely destroyed by Bronson Reed as he just booked himself to the king and queen of the tournament to face that man. Ladies and gentlemen, night one is shaping up to be one hell of a night.
Yeah, I will always be your warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be your warrior.